cost of just generating an X-ray plate, which is costly. Now, what they do is they go to this hospital or clinic, they don't get what they want, or they don't feel better. Next week, they go to another one. So it means government keeps on spending, and we don't get the end result. Now, if we have those EHR records, obviously now we can trace and look at the prescription that we're given. We know that now they've done, ECG, they've done stuff. So we'll have a clinical record wherever it goes. I think Chris and the other speakers alluded to that. So at a high level, this is what you're looking at. And now at the last point, if you look at virtualization, then we're looking at the technologies that we want to be using, which we believe can add value to that. We already obviously started building ROI models and TCO models around that. Now, the value proposition obviously is to do, whatever it says there, exactly what it says there, to increase reach. So we're saying, using, for example, we build what we call medical grade networks. On top of that, obviously we'll hook up the necessary medical devices. But we're saying, working with a service provider, then we can now go from, say, Baragwanath Hospital into Alexander in the township. Okay. And then you will see on the right in the middle there, where we're saying we virtualize healthcare delivery. Now, there we have a solution called telepresence. A lot of people might know about it. But we have now changed that into what we call a health presence unit. I will show you just an example of that going forward. I won't go into detail. Okay, let's go into the solution. I'll skip this one as well, just to show you a bit of that. Now, the health presence solution, you'll find one or two different models. We have the full-powered health presence solution, where in a hospital you might have a clinician, Professor so-and-so who is a cardiovascular expert or who is an ENT expert. Now, with that, we believe this will be an alternative delivery model where centrally, as a hub, you might have a doctor actually having a schedule to say 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I'm sitting in front of this thing, and then I'm connecting nurse so-and-so or mobile unit so-and-so, where the mobile unit then connects up to the patient wherever they are. And they actually can see that while we're talking about the quality of the experience of telepresence, it means with the quality of the pixels and all that, we can then actually see precisely what the issue is. So it's almost like in real time. That's why it's a virtual high resolution solution. So obviously we're targeting hospitals, we're targeting clinics, we're targeting even, it could be at an event, like at a 2010 event, where you can actually move a mobile unit and we can, in a case of an emergency, do that. So here it's just an architectural map that you can see there. What you create right on top there it's what they call a pod. This could be anything. It could be a caravan, it could be anything. But clearly here they've got a pod, which is where you put the patient in. And then right in the middle, you see we've got another model, which is a mobile unit, similar as we've done with the police, where the police will have all of this in a mobile unit that you can move around. Now, obviously on the left there, we wanted to say customer. Right at the bottom, it's where we have chronic patients right at home, particularly at old age homes that we have in the townships or so, that we can have these devices with the nurses then that connect up the devices, and then a remote doctor, can then in real life do that. We can obviously have a delayed option where, like Chris said, where you can send images for analysis and come back. But here we're just looking at the various options that we can have. Now, obviously this then will be accessed by the nurse or clinic or whoever health professionals that they are there. High level architecture there. And on the left hand side, this could be obviously anywhere. Generically, it could be in a campus, it could be a pharmacy where you walk in at a commercial level and say, I want to test myself. You sit in there, and then we have to maybe call a call center or a contact center that connects you up with a particular professional, and we have yourself tested. But now, if you customize the public sector, it needs to be managed. We would need somebody to own it. And ideally, the new models dictate that government is key there, because they are key in actually public health care delivery, rather than looking at it as a commercial sale. Now here, why I wanted to put this van or mobile unit in there. In India, where this has been tested, we found that entrepreneurs form companies to say, working with Eastern Cape government, they would get trained but own this business. Where, working with government, they would then have rounds going up to all the remote villages with this unit, call up a Dr. So-and-so or Professor so who's got them on the list to say, okay, I've got patients X here, or a whole line of them that needs to be tested. So these people then go with this van, connect people up with a nurse or so, and then do the rounds. Now they know this time they were in Butterworth, now they move into this town. So every week they do certain list of illnesses. It could be they're doing maybe just for TB, maybe doing for high blood pressure or ENT. But we find that there are, entrepreneurs, particularly locally, as an idea, working with local government, maybe with the metros, could actually, we can build a business case around it where local people, not necessarily medical people, could actually have this service and sell it as a service to government or sell it as a service to the metro, where the metro cannot have reach. So I just thought I'd the practicality of convergence, rather than convergence at the level where we're talking about bits and bytes, talking about wavelengths and all that, which the previous speakers have spoken about from a technical point of view. But what do we want to achieve as Cisco in the year? I mean, we have 5 years because we're seeing willingness from government now to push programs. We're seeing a lot of changes. Now we don't have safety and security at prisons, which is where criminals should be. We're now seeing that with the changes in healthcare, and I think the new ministry and the new incumbents in there are very keen to push this. We're giving ourselves 5 years to try and pilot and build this. We're already in discussions with 1 or 2 service providers here to see how best we can do this. I thought I'd showcase this as the 4th year example of what we're trying to do. We started with video surveillance. We went to video arraignment. We did Net Academy very successfully. This is our 4th key major project that we want to be starting this year to make sure that we can deliver health presence as a solution. It's a number of slides that I want to go into, but this is the idea. And here I'm just highlighting it to show that portion of that doesn't necessarily have to be only government itself and ourselves as technology providers. But there is an opportunity for local people or entrepreneurs to say, how best can we do this? Where maybe we build 5 or 6 or 7 mobile units that can be roaming around and build a model, a business model where it will be profitable to some of the SMMEs or whoever it is that does it. I want to take this opportunity to thank you and just invite you that if anyone would be going to GovTech this year, we would have live demos all of this of healthcare, and we'll be demoing as well a safety and security solution. This will demonstrate all of this there for anyone going to GovTech. I want to thank you for your time and thank Mutsi again for having us on this. Thank you.